Action.
I'd like to call the Town of Wappinger Zoning Board of Appeals meeting for February 24th, 2026 to order. Can we please all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. Should I read the scam email again? I know I've read it.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Delaporte?
Here.
Mr. Hernandez?
Here.
Mr. Barr?
Here.
Mr. Donato?
Here.
Mr. Lorenzini?
Here, thank you. Can I have a motion to accept the minutes from January 27, 2026? Everyone get a chance to look at them? Any corrections, any changes needed to be made?
I'll move it. Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
All right. We're going to jump right on to our public hearing, appeal number 267867. Gregory Garner, seeking an area variance, section 24037 district regulations in an R40 zoning district, where 50 feet to the rear yard property line is required. The applicant can provide 31.8 feet for the construction of a 448 square foot shed, thus requesting a variance of 18.2 feet. The property is located at 46 Hillcrest Court on .92 acres and is identified as tax grid number 625702938852 in the town of Wappingers. Why don't you come on up, Mr. Garner? Good evening, sir. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you all?
Can I please just have your name and address for the record,
Yes, sir.
please?
Gregory Garner, 46 Hillcrest Court.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll move it.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So please, just tell us what you need and why you need it real quick.
Just need to build this shed for more storage, and I have a flat part of the property that's been used for years as a flat surface and would fit there perfectly.
We were out at the house a couple of weeks ago, before the first major snow,
Yes.
after the first major snowstorm, before the second major storm.
Exactly.
So we were able to see where you were talking about. I have no issues with this application.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I would note is that, and it's not shown on the survey, but, you do have a retaining wall kind of behind your driveway, which makes it really impossible to shift that shed forward in any way and still gain access. I think that is a factor that we should consider, with this application.
Anyone else?
It was brought up in the meeting, I think, that we talked about on site about maybe some, you were mentioning you might put some shrubbery.
Yeah, so that whole area is landscaped already, obviously not under 2 feet of snow when you were there. There's ornamental grass and boxwoods, and we will add more probably on both sides facing the doors of the property also.
I think it's the best place for that shed.
I do also.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we need to condition any type of
No.
screening.
I don't.
I believe that, other than your neighbor being able to see it, I don't think anybody else up there would be able to see it when it's all said and done
No
anyway.
one's gonna see it at all.
Yeah, but,
Neighbors at my house every day, so they'll be fine.
It was pretty heavily wooded behind, even in the winter, I couldn't see anything back there.
No, you don't see the property at all. It's winter at all.
Yeah, so anybody else on the board? Any other comments? Judy, nothing? Beautiful. Anyone in the public would like to step forward and talk about this application? There being no one, can I have a motion to close the public hearing, please?
Move it.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Can I have a motion to grant or deny this application, please?
Make a motion to grant the variance. Can the benefit be achieved by any other feasible means? I think it cannot. You're kind of locked in with both a retaining wall, wood property, and kind of a shallow lot. There's no undesirable change in the neighborhood. It's going to be more or less not visible from anyone but, maybe one neighbor to the side. Request is not substantial. There's no adverse physical or environmental effect, and difficulty is debatably self-created.
Second.
Can I have a roll call, please, B?
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Donato?
Yes.
Mr. Delaporte?
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez?
Yes.
Mr. Lorenzini?
Yes. Okay, so your variance has been okayed. I guess as soon as the weather breaks, you can put your,
I'll see you in April.
We'll have your permit ready. We'll talk.
Thank you.
all right, thank you. Thank you for coming. Jumping right along, moving right along, we have an application, appeal number 267868, area variance for discussion, I'm sorry, I said application, for discussion. Appeal number 267868, an area variance, 7 Brew Coffee, seeking an area variance, section 24037 district regulations in an SC zoning district, where 75 feet to the front yard property line is required to a state or county road. The applicant can provide 31.8 feet for the construction of a 510 square foot prefabricated building and canopy with necessary drive-through circulation, thus requesting a variance of 43.2 feet. The property is located at 1506 Route 9 on 0.74 acres and is identified as tax grid number 615702653974 in the town of Wappinger. How are you tonight, sir? I am good. How are you? Doing well, thank you. Thanks for being out tonight. And please, just your name.
My name is Doug Beachel, representing Brew Crew New York LLC, AKA 7 Brew Coffee. Just a quick rundown, because it's new to the area, just sort of what our concept is. So 7 Brew Coffee, it's a coffee stand. It's a 510 square foot building with a 338 square foot remote cooler and storage unit next to it. And that also in New York has room for a snow blower. So it's a little larger than our southern models of storage. 7 Brew basically started in Rogers, Arkansas in 2017. It's a franchise concept. Now there's 500 plus across the country, sort of up and down the east, sort of moving west. There's another concept called Dutch Brothers Coffee that's Pacific Northwest based, kind of this way, same type of thing. It's a drive-through only coffee stand that offers an assortment of coffees, teas, smoothies, and energy drinks. There's no food served. There is a prepackaged muffin top, just so we have one food item on the menu. It doesn't sell much. There's no seating or public access inside the building. It's just employees.
Excuse me, sir, I'm sorry to bother you. Could you get a little bit closer?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
It's tough
Maybe
to.
just pick it up a little. There we go.
And I've been on the phone for the entire drive here, so my voice is practically gone. There's no seating or public access, just employees inside. We're open from 5:30 to 10, Sunday through Thursday, and then 5:30 to 11, Friday and Saturday. There's typically between 60 and 80 employees per location. There's 5 or 6 people per shift. There are 10 or 12 people for special events. We have 2 drive-through lanes. There's no speaker box like a traditional drive-through. We have our employees, which are called brewistas. They have an iPad or a mobile device, and will walk up to your window when you're in the queue. There's 2 drive-through lanes when you're in the queue, and they'll take your order, much like Chick-fil-A. So we like to say we're 7 Brew is if Chick-fil-A and Starbucks had a baby, basically. It's just a small little kind of coffee stand concept. There's an on-site dumpster enclosure. Talked about employees. This particular site they all have 2 drive-through lanes. You come through, you make your order, and then by the time you get up to the front, I point, then I walk away.
You can take the microphone out if that helps you.
The other way.
I wasn't being forceful enough. I'm on my planning board in my town outside of Syracuse, and our microphone is a constant
Hold it
issue.
up to your mouth.
All right, that's why. So guests enter one of two drive-through lanes, come around into underneath our canopy at these two stop lines, and then a employee will come out the side. There's sliding doors, two double sliding doors next to each other. The employee will have their drink ready by the time you get to the front of the line, or even if you're, a car or two behind, and they'll deliver your drink to your window at either drive-through lane. So you're taking orders through the queue. It is striped. It's not curbed. We don't want people tripping when they're going from lane to lane, serving customers. So that's basically the concept of 7 Brew. We've got multiple sites under development in New York State. We have one open in Colony right now. We've got another 3 or 4 in the Albany market. Greenport, we're working on one. A couple other down this way. This is the furthest one south that our group is proposing, and then multiple others throughout western and central New York. We really chose this particular site primarily because of its, obviously its location on Route 9. Like all fast food restaurants, QSR concepts, we're looking for traffic and kind of a group of massing of people. This particular layout of the closed Sonic mimicked what our traditional layout is. Oh, and I also forgot, our buildings are pre-manufactured, they're modular. They come on a tractor trailer. They're made, our groups are made in Springfield, Missouri, and they'll come on a tractor trailer delivered. So there's a foundation that's a crawl space, 4-foot crawl space, and then that building will be dropped on it. Along with the mechanical room is the second or the half story above, a canopy that goes along the front, which basically I highlighted in blue, just so it sort of shows up. So the main building is green, the cooler over here in pink, and then this blue canopy goes over. So it protects the employees from coming in and out of the cooler storage area, and then it protects the customers as they're getting their drinks delivered to them. So that's essentially the concept.
Are you currently being also presenting to the planning board?
Yes, we came into planning board just for an initial concept review. We didn't have, we had a bit of a drawing snafu over Thanksgiving.
So they haven't they haven't approved the site plan yet, or
No, they haven't. So ultimately, we wanted to see what this board's thoughts were on our variance request before we modified anything too much, because we're sort of limited on what we can do based on the needs of the business in terms of the drive-through lanes and the queues. This looks much larger than other traditional drive-throughs. There's 2 lanes. This particular one has 33 car stack combined in the 2 lanes. We have a couple of, grand opening week at all places is huge. With us, 7 Brew is really it's a younger brand, and it's really social media driven. Our menus aren't really that clear. You really kind of can create your own drinks and then becomes sort of a social media thing in this region. So people will kind of go from different 7 Brews for their openings, and then somebody will create a beverage, and that'll become popular. So our grand openings are large. For the 2 weeks prior to our opening, we do what we call drink drops throughout the community. We hand out a minimum of 15,000 free drinks to community organizations, municipal offices, wherever we can basically, drop things off to build the excitement. So the openings are very large, and there's we'll hire off-duty sheriffs for traffic control. Our employees are trained with traffic mitigation. So we do have quite an event at our openings. But also once a month, on the 7th of every month, because of 7 Brew, we have what's called Swag Day, where we'll give away something, a sticker, a koozie for a coffee cup, or sometimes those Jeep Ducks those rubber ducks. And those are very popular. So people will come from outside the area to basically, kind of get their free thing. Give anything away for free, and it's going to draw all kinds of people. And then also just daily. So we have, morning traffic, peaks. It kind of varies by location. But also Saturdays, from 10 till 1 is our peak time of the week, and we can see up to 120 cars per hour in that peak period. We do traffic studies prior to really bringing any of these into planning boards or municipal boards for approval. So we have a New York-based traffic engineer that has done the traffic studies. So we are always required to run these by DOT, typically because we're on a state road anyways, under 239 in the planning law. So really, our needs are to have a queue that big because we have that kind of traffic. It's not all the time. Sometimes there'll be one car there, two cars there, but primarily, it's to handle peak times of the day, weekends, and then those special events.
Okay. Thank you.
Do we have elevations on file that we could see?
With the,
I mean, it's a prefab unit, right? So I would imagine that you have visuals of these things.
Yes, I think
I'm just not seeing them what was submitted to us.
Yeah, like what kind of mechanicals you see? If you said they're on the roof, can you see them from?
No, they're covered. Well, let me see if I have I would have an elevation. Let me look.
provided to his wife, if he doesn't have it, does he provide?
Sure, yeah. I mean, renderings, photos of other locations, if they're prefab, it seems like it should be pretty standard.
So this rendering from the front basically shows the canopy. This is the main building, and it's basically storefront glass across the front. Our employees will decorate that with local high school teams and mascots and, just window paint, depending on the season. This second, it's not necessarily a story, but all the mechanicals are hidden behind here, and then it has walls that go along the sides. And then we do have the option to hide the mechanicals from the rear, which in this particular, I would assume in this particular location, the way we have it configured, it isn't necessarily perpendicular or parallel to the road with the front. It's more perpendicular and going sideways.
The variance we're being considered is really for the canopy there, right? Like the extent of that canopy sticking towards the front property line?
Yeah, so that's really the building. The canopy right to the edge is where the major part of the variance is. So if I go back to my site plan.
Do you have a demolition site plan or an overlay that shows the location of the current structure as it relates to what you guys were proposing?
Yeah, so this is the current Sonic.
Okay.
Which is 58.5 feet from the road at its closest point. I don't have one with us overlaid specifically that's.
So Sonic's 58.5 to the structure though, right? Like not to a canopy?
Yeah, theirs is 51 point, hang on, I don't want to do this from memory. It's like a juggling act. The existing Sonic, yes, 58.5 to the building. Our request is 31.8 feet to the canopy, but we are actually also
Do you have the dimension?
I think we're 51 something feet to the building.
Okay, so the building itself is also closer to the road than Sonic?
Yeah, yeah. One of the other things that sort of is placing this here is there is a bypass lane on here, mostly because the existing parking lot would accommodate it. I don't believe they're required in the town under the current code, but if we can add one, have them and fit them, just for, if there's full traffic in both lanes, fire can get around, certainly. Anybody that wants to pull out and not wait for whatever reason, certainly not our, so we're quick, they can do that. So that really sort of lent us to sort of being in essentially the same footprint as where the building is for Sonic, for our building, but our canopy does go over. Our canopy is 9 feet tall, and our building's much shorter than the Sonic. The Sonic took up almost this whole space, so from a massing perspective, it wouldn't seem as close to the road as the 31.8 feet would indicate, just visually, especially also being below grade from the road with that tree line there.
And I'm assuming that the canopy is a necessity since you're walking out there with iPads and you have to be covered.
Yeah. Correct.
And the canopy can't be elongated or anything like that. This is the module?
Yeah, we don't really have flexibility based on the way these things are manufactured.
Okay.
And at this length right here, it goes just far enough to cover the driver's side window of that second lane. So any shorter would rain on somebody's parade, so to speak.
Don't be going out the passenger window.
The other consideration, although certainly can be modified, is there's storm structures that come right through here. There's a couple of manholes, so it's existing storm sewer that we would connect into if we are granted the variance and can place our building right there.
Do you have any issues with signage? The last building we were looking at for the site, they're proposing a lot of signage, and they're trying to get a variance for that. Are you guys good with the quantity of signage?
We are, we're open to modifying. So, what we would have our sign on the main front building, the front part of the building. We would ask, not necessarily know if we would receive, but possibly the side, we can modify it to a smaller size. I know Popeyes has got those small little emblems on each side of its building. We don't generally put up a pylon sign. It's not a make or break like it is with other brands, a monument sign or a pylon sign on the road. Our building is really our sign. Advertising isn't necessarily traditional advertising. It's, again, social media driven, so people don't really need, they're not going to drive by and say there's a 7 Brew and pull in there. They might, but people are coming here with a purpose. So our signage requirements can be modified.
But you're not looking for a variance for signage? That's not going to be part of this package? If you need any sign variances, that would be a future variance?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think some of that can be handled at site plan, I believe.
Try to give you waivers.
Okay.
If they needed a variance, they would come back in front of us if they comply.
It would have to be, but, right now, they just want the building, right?
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's a great location. I think it's a great plan, personally.
The only advice I might have is be careful with your grand openings because people are annoyed at the traffic around here now.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but anytime I've been east of the Hudson, down in this neck of the woods, it's the only, I've worked all over the country. It's the only place my north and south gets completely turned, and it's these U-turns. Michigan has them too, but it doesn't affect me for some reason. Completely irrelevant to this discussion, but it's just in this area. But I understand with the traffic. There is this exit here too that's one way.
Right. Right, and I think over to the right will be like a garbage area, right? I believe.
Yeah, that's a garbage, so we have that. And our building is it's clad in Nichi-Ha, looks like brick, and then, metal roofing, and, it's pretty standard architecture for anything that's been built in the last 10 years.
Can you supply us with just some photos of existing locations? Or have those been supplied?
It's manageable. I can give it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we were to go online and look it up, would we find something that
Yeah.
just has your picture?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, we should have it on the record as part of our submission, right? Because, we are looking at the visuals of this canopy, right?
They're
So
basically all the same.
They're basically all the same, so if you've seen one, you've seen them all.
it seems like an easy ask is what I'm getting at, because, I'd imagine you guys have this.
We do, and the ones for this board are on my printer at my house.
Okay.
So, in full disclosure,
And then is it possible to get an overlay site plan where you have the new building on a site plan with the existing footprint of the structure that's there now?
yeah, this area plan does show that. We can blow that up because they're, maybe that doesn't. Yeah, we can do that.
If you have your engineer just
Yeah, that's,
11 by 17, it doesn't have to be a full drawing overlay, just to show the location of the two buildings. Yeah, it should be on the record, though, I mean. Because we're going to approve that, and then they might build something else, as has happened.
This has happened.
I mean, like, that's honestly my other concern is, since you do have to go in front of the planning board, we don't like, we're looking at what you're submitting to us, and if the planning board changes it substantially, you would potentially have to come back and resubmit to us. So I haven't been following that conversation with them. I mean, were they looking to make substantial changes to this?
it really wasn't driven by the planning board per se. The county had some comments on trying to possibly turn the building, but that was before I had a conversation with the planner at the county on what our queue really was and our volumes are. And with this parcel being really, doesn't have the depth like, say, Popeyes, it really just kind of drives our business model to be in that configuration. And also, it's an existing traffic pattern that the Sonic customer, even though it's been a while, is used to. So we're really not changing anything in terms of the way people migrate through the plaza. So that's generally a plus.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have any objection to that, but, if the planning board does rotate at 90, I would want to see you in front of us again to submit.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't proceed if we're rotated 90, because we can't just fit, we wouldn't have the volume that we can accommodate for the cars.
Okay.
So it wouldn't work with our business model anymore. So that was really a county planning-driven, or county-driven comment. It didn't seem to me that the planning board was that interested in going down that road, other than asking me to have a discussion with the county planner and describing what our traffic needs and wants are. And coming here after the initial planning board meeting, that 31.8 feet that we're asking for on the variance is really kind of the closest we would get. If there was any kind of site plan modification, it would be further away from the road. That would be possibly removing that bypass lane, but I just don't know that, if you've got it, you might as well have it. It's a great feature to have. So it's sort of we're kind of really where it fits on the existing parcel. So pretty confident in the ask, and not having to come back and ask for any more. If anything, it could be a reduction, but we also had to reduce some of our parking because we're over-parked currently. With our building being so small, only 510 square feet, the current code, I think, was 7 to 9 parking spaces, and we had 13, so the county took exception to that. So we'll reduce it because we really don't need a lot of parking.
Basically employee parking.
Yeah, it's basically employees.
Mock-up, what would we want to see on site?
Can't lay it out.
No, probably could.
I mean, it's honestly the visual
Throwing up,
driving past that, you want to be able to notice. Can you get like a balloon at the corner of the canopy or something?
Or spray paint it on the ground.
Well, you want to be able to see it when you're driving by, right? You should see it up in the air.
Oh, the height? you're talking about?
Yeah, the same as, when we did at that,
Fun, the game place.
yeah, the mini golf, right? Granted, it was windy that day and they were blowing all over the place.
And the building's gonna be demoed anyhow, so.
What do you say,
What you
Dave?
gotta do is look at the
The building's
Sonic,
gonna be
and it's gonna
demoed.
be not
Yeah.
much different than what's there.
Well, the canopy is significantly further out, right?
Yeah, it's just gonna be out, but it's gonna be a flat canopy. It's not gonna be a high-pitched canopy or anything like that, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's like on the other side of the Sonic, they have that canopy where you would park.
Right.
It's
Right.
that same concept in terms of just a,
Right.
you know, a 10-inch sort of reveal and a flat roof. And the canopy also has recessed lighting in it, because that's really our brightest spot, is under that canopy for,
I mean, and one thing about that site is that we all know is that that's a good, what, 12 feet down below Route 9?
It's low, well, I mean, that's, I think part of the concern is, I think when you're driving, your eye level might be pretty much at that canopy
But it's
potentially.
also tree lined along
Yeah.
Route 9. It's pretty well blocked from sight.
Well, that's why I asked about the mechanicals, because you would see them.
Oh, absolutely, you would.
Well, you're gonna see that big blue box on top of this building, right?
You
Right.
would.
Yeah.
But you would see it no matter where it went.
I'd say if there's any way to mark out the corners of the canopies, you know, that would be a really helpful thing to see, and yeah, I mean, with the current snow, it's difficult.
I could probably mark the building where that
A
height is,
Pole of some, like, how tall is the canopy?
9 foot.
9-foot pole? I don't know.
I could bring a tape that goes 9 feet. I could stand a tape up 9 feet.
All right, I'll see what I can, what's the timeframe for that?
Well, normally we like to stop by on Saturday mornings. I was thinking March 7th at 9, would be right before our next meeting, which would be March 10th. If that'll work for you, if you need more time, I'd be more than willing to give you more time if you would need it.
No, if that's the request.
We're more than willing to work with you.
Yeah, I mean, we meet every 2 weeks, right? So, you know, the time is really how quickly you need it.
Yesterday.
Always yesterday.
The sooner the better.
Yeah. To be ahead of the construction season is
Right,
great.
right. I mean, we're getting into that season where it's gonna be time for construction, so.
Yeah, and our turnaround certainly is much quicker than other brands, because we're doing demo here. And then, you know, the site work is really minimal. And then once really the foundation goes in, once you drop the building, you know, all the equipment's in there too. You really plug it in a sense.
Really, yeah.
And you have no issues with water or sewer? That's all good?
Yeah. And we don't run gas to these because we don't cook. We don't have a hood. So really, it's just water and sewer. So,
Yeah, I mean, I would think that existing site has gas now.
Kurt, pardon?
Sonic has gas now?
Yeah, we would basically
Cap that?
cap that. And it's one less utility to have to worry about, which is rare in this line of work. But yeah, I guess I will get back to you, but I should be able to.
If you
make
could
that
just mark the two outer corners of where the canopy will be, and then just something that'll give us a visual on the height.
You want to spray paint, John, or you want to stick in the ground, or you want?
It's blacktop, so it's probably just spray paint is gonna be the deal. It's all blacktop there, right, I believe, all
Yeah.
off on the right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, just spray paint, right? Would that, you know,
A cone with a pole in it? I mean, that's what we've done in the city for like landmarks
if you
jobs,
had
right? We have
do
to,
that, however you feel,
yeah.
just to give us the best visual.
There's a Home Depot right down the,
It's right around the corner.
It's funny, they're always close to where we locate these. I've got to go to 1 in the morning in Albany to get my stakes to put a notice up for a demo.
is there any intention to adjust any of the plantings between the building and the road?
We would upgrade any, not really, although I think we may be able to add a little more green space in here. We move the curb in.
Okay, you're not taking anything?
No, we're not taking anything out. A lot of that planting,
I don't know if it's in great shape, honestly. I haven't paid attention.
yeah, we would basically, you know, I was having, you know, discussions with the planner when we were here for the planning board, and, you know, we would Identify the existing landscaping as part of a landscape plan, and then mitigate or just add or subtract wherever there was damaged materials. It's just hard to figure that out right now. But, yeah, we wouldn't remove it.
Yeah. Anything else?
Biggest question is, how's the coffee? I mean, I mean, you're right across the street from Dunkin's, right?
Yeah, it's really, it's sort of not the same customer. And technically, it's not even, it's not coffee, it's all espresso based. So ironically, more than half of our beverages are cold. So it's a lot of iced beverages. And they all have syrups and creamers and sugars and all kinds of,
Yeah. I looked on the website,
Great
one
stuff.
of the sites, and it said Wallingford's, that's an example, Wallingford's favorite drink, and there was just a slew of
yeah.
sugary drinks going by.
Yeah, yeah, it's unique to each market.
Yeah.
And then whomever, really can kind of drive it, so. But if you want black coffee, we would give you an espresso with hot water mixed in to dilute it a little bit. I haven't tried that, because I drink black coffee. Frankly, there's not a lot on this menu that I've had, because I'm not the customer. But,
Give it a shot, right? Let's give it a
yeah,
shot.
and really, it's, another thing we do I mentioned those drink drops prior. We'll hand out all the free drinks prior to their opening. Then our first full day that we're open, we call it Caffeine for a Cause. So we give drinks away at the drive-through that day. We'll choose 4 of them off that menu, so we can kind of mass produce them, so we're not holding up the line. But customers can donate anything, nothing or as much as they want on that day, and that's called Caffeine for a Cause, and then we give that to a local charity that our operations team kind of works with. So really, it's all about the hospitality, and it's, the people that work here, they're having fun. There's music playing. They're energetic. They say,
They drink the coffee.
we give you the coffee for free. We just charge for the experience, right? So we're trying to make somebody have a good day, move them through the line much quicker, possibly than other competitors, where somebody's ordering a sandwich or 3 through the window, and then that shuts everything down. So it's really through flow, getting people in and out, and just kind of really just having a good experience.
Trying to move into the future. America runs on 7 brew.
Yeah, well, there's always the next thing, right? So this is it currently.
So, so let's plan on coming out there on March 7th at 9 a.m. And then we'll have a public hearing back here on March 10th at 7 p.m. 9 a.m. Did I say 9 a.m.? March
Yes, you
7th
did.
at 9 a.m.
Yes, you did.
and then March 10th at 7 p.m. Right, Kate? My dates are good? Thank you.
I would just like to add, if I can, I'm currently working with the management over in that area, Sonic. There is some spray paint on the wall right now, which is not something that we want to occur. So if the hole in the cone might be a better idea than putting massive amounts of spray paint anywhere else, I would ask that just be considered. If you're okay with that.
If you could just do 2 corners, two cones with the stick in it, give us the 2 corners of where they're gonna be, and then a 10-foot height, so we just know how high it is. Then
Okay.
this way, all marked, you can just pick it up and it's not there at all.
Do you prefer that I'm there? Do you like the applicant to be there while you're there, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter, it's usually,
Comes from far.
yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, you don't have to be there.
I'm just thinking I'd rather get there, set it up, and then be able to take it down, because that site, while visible, does, the times I've been there, attract,
It's had a few
Yeah.
issues, yes.
yeah.
As Judy was just
Yeah,
mentioning.
after dark, it's dark,
Yeah,
and there's people hanging around there when I've been there.
yeah, I know, I've heard. Yeah, I mean, that'd be best if you could be there, and just this way, if we have any questions. But if not, if it's impossible, it's fine too, you know?
Yeah, no, let me ask my wife and see if my daughter wants to check out something down in the Wappinger Falls area, or town of Wappinger, I don't want to say Wappinger Falls, that's the village. Right.
Well, thank you for
There's
the
a Fun Max down
presentation.
the street if she's, I don't know what age she is.
She's 10.
But she might like Fun Max.
Yeah, she would like that.
All right, well, hey, that's, sounds like a company expense to me.
Thank you very much for your presentation tonight. You did an excellent job as far as, we'll see you in a week from Saturday,
All right, thank you very much.
March 7th.
March 7th.
Thank you.
And I believe B has a few things for you that you need to take with you. But thank you very much.
Just put it down there.
And just one note, if you do think you're going to need a signage variance, you know, it might be worth reviewing it with Judy now, just because you could lump it in and save yourself a month.
What was that, Dave? I didn't quite hear.
I said, if he does think that he's going to need a signage variance, I mean, we could,
Right, do it now.
I mean, it sounds like you know what these things look like and the size of the signs and the size of the text. I mean, that's,
Yeah, certainly you can present something, but it would end up at the planning board
is
for,
what- Right.
Fine, approved.
I mean, it's not, it can't hurt to submit something just for us to look at.
But like you said, I believe a lot of it's word of mouth and social media and stuff like that, you know. Once they know you're there, they'll know you're there. Especially the young guys going to high school in the morning and want to stop and get their whatever.
Sugar. Sugar fix.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Have to stay home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for coming down.
Drive safely.
Appreciate it very much. All right, we got a little miscellaneous on. I don't know if everybody's gotten a chance to look at what Barbara has been working on for us. But,
Barbara is unable to make it in. She did text me, and she just asked if everybody can give the input, if we have to make any changes, or if you feel this is something that's sufficient, looking for your input.
John, you want to, I mean, not John, you want to just close adjourn?
close
Did
adjourn?
you adjourn?
No.
Okay, I think the discussion for the variance application, Barbara wanted to do it outside of the meeting.
Okay, so I'll motion to adjourn, please.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's fine, we're off.
I'd ask.